Let's collapse those conflicts and stubborn beliefs in our clients' minds, shall we? Like a really, really skilled wizard like Hermione. Let's do it. Today, this is the topic. We know that throughout our work in hypnosis and even coaching, that sometimes our clients can get really, really stuck in their stubborn beliefs, or they just have all of these conflicts in their mind. And this keeps them stuck where they are instead of doing and achieving and receiving everything that they truly desire. So, today I'm going to talk about a very simple concept that is based on advanced conversational hypnosis principles that you can use today or whenever your next client session is, so that you can truly make an even deeper impact in your clients' lives, like today. So, conflicts. Let's talk about conflicts, right? And I'm gonna use this example throughout the whole life here, which is perfectionism. Let's just look at that. And maybe our client is someone who has perfectionistic tendencies, and these are complete, like it's stopping them from taking imperfect action that is going to help them um, earn more money in their business. So this is a client who is in business, and although they've been doing really well, their perfectionistic tendencies really stop them from taking the action. Like when they do something and they don't perceive that it's perfect or good enough, then they just freeze or shut down and not do anything. So let's pretend that this is our client, right? So some people think, and this isn't really our fault because this was how we were traditionally taught in our regular hypnosis or even NLP methods, where we can just give a suggestion that's opposite that to help with our clients. But that's not really true. That's not really powerful because as humans, we're stubborn. The unconscious mind is specifically stubborn. So if that perfectionism is doing something for that client, it's not going to easily give it up by someone else telling them to give it up, right? That's just not how it works. So when we help our clients instead to look at things from a different perspective, to change their thinking process around it, not just the thoughts, because that's the more like traditional affirmation work, right? Like just change the thoughts. But no, we change the thinking processes that are influencing the thoughts. When we do that, then that is what truly helps them collapse the conflict and no longer believe these stubborn beliefs that they used to have. And so, inside our conversational hypnosis trainings, when we find a conflict within our client, so this is an unconscious moment, we call this one unconscious moment that's more auditory, that we'll hear our clients say, then what we do is just have our clients pay attention to it. So you're in your session, you're conversing with your clients, you're in the session, and then they say something like, okay, yeah, I really want to take action on this. I really want to put myself out there. I really want to network, but I just don't know what to say. I can't find the right thing to say, and I know that I just need to start the conversation. But when I feel that it's not perfect or what I say isn't good enough, then I won't say it, or I just won't talk or say anything, or even go to the networking event. Say that's pretty big conflict, right? In their minds, where they're like, I know that I need to do this, I want to do this, but I can't. Or but I have this belief that it has to be a certain way. It has to be right. It has to look a certain way, or whatever expectation they have, right? And so main advanced conversation hypnosis principle is place their attention on it. How do we place our attention on it? By really just getting them to see that conflict. And it could be something as simple as us just echoing that conflict. So you want to network, but you're thinking of the right things to say. Just feeding it back to them, giving them back their unconscious information, that moment. And so by doing this, when a client receives that, they'll either start thinking about mm, excuse me, they'll either start thinking about it, or they'll start to either backwards rationalize that belief, or give us more juicy information. It's really just a way of us really expanding this belief. And by expanding this belief, we get to the root of it. It helps us get to the root of it. And I like to think about it as, like when our clients have these internal conflicts and they have these stubborn beliefs, it's like there's a big knot or a big rock in their circuitry in their minds, right? And even in their bodies too. But once at the beginning, it's like this, and just by challenging those beliefs, just by placing their attention on it, by expanding it, that rock that used to be solid starts to like move a little bit, starts to, do this, which is moving, and it starts to expand so that it's no longer fused in place stuck, keeping them stuck. And instead, it's starting to move and it's starting to expand their thinking. This is really one of the best things that we can um, help our clients with, right? Because if we just did the typical affirmations and telling them, that they are perfect, that their words flow out of it, like the actual root belief is still very stuck in their minds. So telling them the opposite isn't really helping this rigidness, right? It may temporarily, and we've probably seen this work sometimes, and you're probably thinking, but it works for some clients. Why is that? Well, sometimes just that process of relaxation, right? Just the process of relaxation helps to what's the best word? It helps to just take some of the load off, but not enough to break the actual rock that is weighing them down. It's just taking the edge off, really. That's what those things can do. Instead, what is more powerful, and I'm sure you can agree with this, is that if we can take that rock solid, stubborn belief and just like pick at it so that it starts to move, that is how we're going to help them. And it's really just by, like I said, just having them pay attention on it, questioning that belief multiple times so that they can start to reconsider. And I know that is easier said than done. It might be something that is a little bit tricky to catch as well. That's why it's just so much easier to see these demos. And there's definitely a lot of demos just here in this page, or even in my YouTube channel, there's a lot of demos that where you can see this in action so you can understand it more. So if you want those, make sure you comment below demos and I can show you what it is, because I mean, I can talk about this all day, but it will make a lot more sense and you'll have a more thorough understanding once you actually see it in action. So, but like the actual theoretical action steps is that you find a conflict, you pause, and then you immediately jump onto that conflict, have your clients pay attention to it by asking them questions about it, or simply just echoing the conflict that they have or the belief that they have. It could be something simple as them saying, I think I just need to be perfect. Like, I want things to be perfect, and just echoing that with like a question mark at the end. That's what I tell my students to do. I'm like, if you find a big unconscious moment, just repeat it with like a question mark. So you think you have to be perfect? Saying it like that, and by like asking them that question again, it helps them think about it, right? It helps it become more malleable instead of stuck, because then they're now finding information to prove or disprove that belief, right? Which is what we want. um and so I hope this helped theoretically. And again, if you are someone who is more of a, I need to see it, I kind of get it a little bit, I understand what you are saying, but you want to see it in action. I'm like that too. And that's why the Advanced Conversational Hypnosis Experience was created. So in around a week and a half, which is December 1st, Australia time, November 30th, the rest of the world, there will be one experience that I will post here. You'll see the Facebook event here. The time there is going to be the time in your specific time zone. And if you have any questions at all, you can message me, because in this ACH experience, you get to see an actual demo of a real person having a real problem, and we're solving that. I will be helping this amazing client, who I'm not going to obviously talk about here. We will go through it during that experience. You will get to see an ACH session in action live at the moment. You will see an actual conflict destroying, and what we're working on is money blocks, and there's already a conflict that this client has given me. So that is exactly what we're going to do inside this experience. The tickets here right now for this experience that is coming up next week is free for now, but limited spots are available because it's confidential. It's a real person with a real problem. So only limited spots are available. There are still spots left, so make sure you find the link in the event here. I will be putting it within this video so you can have access to it, or message me to see if it's right for you or if there's anything confusing with regards to the time zones. I'm going to have that clarified as well because I've had questions regarding that. So I would love to see you there. Again, it's going to be so much fun. You get to observe what it is like to be in a session, and then there will be ample time for Q&A after as well. So if you have any questions at all, let me know. Make sure that this makes sense. Ask if it didn't make sense to you. And if you have any other questions moving forward, I am happy to answer them to really help you have more impact and have faster and lasting results with your clients. So see you later.